Hello and welcome to a good old-fashioned Minecraft mod showcase. This is, as you can see, this isn't our Minecraft we're all familiar with. It's something a bit different, and today we're going to be looking through the Dalek mod. Ooh, look at all these lovely things. Look at all these monsters and stuff. Not long ago, or about the most recent update, update 68, I believe, went live, and I was like, ooh, look at all this fancy stuff they can do. And I thought I'm going to capitalise on this and make a video on it. Brand new world I made just for this. Oh, what the production value. I even made this nice house to kind of demonstrate all the elements of it. This is just a little balcony bit on the other side. Anyway, we're going to go through all the... I'm not going to go through everything, because I want to kind of give it a bit kind of like, ooh, go play it yourself and have a look. Because, you know, we're going to look at some like kind of the items and stuff. Then we've got... then I'll look at the mobs, and then we'll do the tasks last. So here we are. Here's my bedroom and office, and here's one of the first things we can look at. This is the most. So this is not just looking at the new stuff for the update, but this is kind of a more grander look at the kind of mod as a whole. So this is from the last update. This is a kablam box with bubble wrap. You can get bubble wrap, and you can put it on the ground, and if you can hear it, it does make a popping noise. You also get something called explosive bubble wrap, which well, this is what it says on the tin, really. So how this works is you have a computer here. It's a computer. You can craft it with this. So, ooh, look, it's Sonic and magic. You sit down at your chair and say you want to order. Oh, I don't know. Let's order some Jammy Dodgers. Only one. Oh, okay. I want 4 Jammy Dodgers and a pair of 3D glasses. You do that. You have your XP. You get it from experience points when you kill mobs or mine or certain ores and stuff, but it's separate to that XP. You get a separate level XP and you use it for this and stuff with the TARDIS. So look, I can add like, no, what's this here? You can add more. So say, okay, I want 5 Jerry Dodgers and some 3D glasses. We press buy, and the Kablam man has arrived. And you got your box, and off he goes, and now you have a Kablam box. So it's like a shulker box as well. It's like a shulker box. So there you go. There are. So you got some bubble wrap. I've got my 5 Jammy Dodgers and my 3D glasses, which is lovely. Whoa, ooh! They actually have a 3D effect. I had no idea that was a thing. They actually do work. That's really weird. It feels like now I'm playing Minecraft through some sort of like dodgy 80s monitor. So in terms of weapons and different materials you can use for weapons, we have steel. You get stainless steel, which is a steel with a honeycomb. You got dalekanium, refined dalekanium, and which you get from just smelting dalekanium ingots. And the metalite, which is kind of like the netherite of the Dalek mod. So you get liquid metalite. You need concentrated dalekanium, lava, and metalite scrap, which is quite expensive to make because you need 4 blocks of netherite, 2 blocks of pure dalekanium, a nether star. And this is redstone. It will be metalite blocks because, but you can only get metalite on Scaro, and Scaro has to be probably added. I mean, you do have it. There is an add-on you can get, and there's nothing there for it, like things like metalite and stuff. I think that's the next update they're adding. Will be stuff for Scaro, so you can get that, and then you can use it to make liquid metalite, and you can use it on all the armor and on the weapons. And then you also get some more Minecraft, Doctor Who things. You got baseball bats, a wooden cane, which has knockback apparently. So that's just made with sticks. That's made with, so you get stainless steel and a wooden baseball. How do you make that? You get, this is logs. You have these, which you get from killing Daleks, and the steel, which you get from Sidemen. I will show the Daleks stuff in a minute. So you get a gun, a plunger, and I think if you put all these together, if you wear them all on your body, you can disguise yourself as a Dalek. And in more powerful weapons, you have a Dalek cannon, which I think you get from a special weapons Dalek. And you also get a new thing, which is a Desert Eagle, which has its own bullets. You get bullets. It's gold, iron, and gunpowder. Yeah, it's just a... Oh my god, shut my windows out. I had no idea it did that. So here's a few other additions of the mod. So here are all the armors. You've got steel, dalekanium, and metalite. Dalekanium is the same as iron, but has a bit of armor toughness. I don't know what armor toughness really means. Does that mean it has a bit more durability? I don't really know. Steel chest plates, that's 1 less than diamond, but has armor toughness and knockback resistance, like netherite does. And metalite is actually better than netherite, and it has the same amount of armor toughness and knockback resistance. But that has a bit more knockback resistance. I guess because it's steel, it's heavy. Do you have the other things? It used to be, I remember back in It used to kind of annoy me that in 1.12, Dalek Mod, the steel boots made like chunk 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 like Cyberman walking noises, and it was quite awkward. I haven't put anything in these to show off, have I? No. And you craft them just like you would regular armor. That's just decoration for my house. Over here, yeah, here's something. We have the engineering table, so you can use this to craft stuff like Artron, fuel for your TARDIS. You can make tea, fluid links, bubble shock. You can use that to make roundels and data modules. And so roundels, there's loads of roundel blocks, so you can make loads of different kinds of roundels, from pure Dalekanium to steel to terracotta. So yeah, if you just type roundel, there's loads in your... so one of the newest ones they've added are these big terracotta roundels. They're some of the newer ones. And also these wooden roundels, and you get... So there's all the wood types, and then they're stripped versions. And you have all these plastic ones of different shapes. You've got like hexagon, and I think there's like star ones as well, or the kind of bowl roundels like the older Pertwee TARDIS had, or the pink heart roundel, which is... You know, I like these like square ones. They're quite cool. Very, very Minecrafty, and you get these ones also if you want to make kind of a Capaldi style one, or a classic style, or a Masters style. Like the 1.6 version has been kind of worked from the ground up, and they've removed a lot of stuff. And this is the roundel builder, so this is what you use to build these roundel blocks. So there's no... So you do in here, so that's how you do the roundel builder. This is a decorative thing. I think it's really cool. It's a hologram, and it works with the same logic as the old Clara, also the Clara. I think actually the 1.12 version had this as well. But the Clara companion back from 1.6 Dalek Mod if you're old like me. So you can get rid of the base, you can give it small arms, you can make it solid, and you can make it animate, so you can make it solid and it looks more like a real kind of person. So the other thing about this is it's based on your username. So if I were to type, I don't know, Captain Adder 541 and hit save. Oh, it's 451, isn't it? 451. Save. Look, it's Adam's skin. Or, for another one. And then you can set him on fire if you wish. Where's my flint and steel? Actually, I shouldn't do this. This is a wooden house. Kieran's always messing with it, even he wasn't here. Or if you want to be very nostalgic, or if you're as old as I am. Yeah! Or for someone a bit more modern, for the modern Minecraft fan. There we are. See, they're all here if you want them. So if you want a room full of all your favourite companions, all your favourite YouTubers, you get that. It's quite expensive. Solid emitter needs diamond and crystalline, so you need to find meteorites and stuff. Oh, you need to explain the meteorites, don't I? So if I quickly go out here in the village, there was one that was spawned nearby, didn't it? Where was it? So these spawn absolutely everywhere. They're very common. They're covered in these quite interesting blocks, meteorite blocks and all that stuff. And if you tunnel into them, they have ore. So this has got a cinnabarite ore. And you also get them for crystalline. I want to say silicon as well, but I might be wrong on that. You get Zyton from these. Over here, we have the statues. We have a Weeping Angel statue. I assume you get them from killing Weeping Angels and things. There is a Weeping Angel mob, as you can see, but I don't know if it actually spawns in the overworld. I've never met one in the overworld, so maybe there are. You also get these lampposts, which I think also have a crafting recipe. Yes, they're just steel and glowstone. It's a really nice little lamppost. It's a really nice bit of decorative stuff. Now these are Artron fuel tanks, so they're just steel, glass, and a bucket. And what they do, this is over time, they gather Artron energy, as you can see. So they're 28%, or that was 23%. You put a bottle in there, and you get a bit of Artron energy, and you can use that to fuel your TARDIS, which is nice. Oh yeah, let's quickly show you off the mobs, actually. Show the mobs off. I made a little pen to put them all in to show them all off. We've got the Cybermen. They also have their own music disc, which is cool. That's T. That's not the button I wanted. You also get Cyber Villages. You get the Cyber Mat and the Cyber Drone. If you love Series 13. So regular Cybermen, you just get the one variant. Oh no, you do get 80s ones. You get a Stealth Cyberman, and they get attacked by iron golems. I didn't know that, and they drop steel and rotten flesh. Oh god, he's yeeted. Get yeeted. Good job. You also get these Cyber Villages, which are just like well, they're like it's like zombie pigmen. I don't know if you can turn them back. You also get the Cyber Mats, which are terrifying. They used to oh, you get stainless steel from them. I didn't know that. I'm gonna spawn them over here because they are quite demonic. The ever-hated Cyberdrone. These things are very vicious. These are added in 1.12, and they were very powerful. And I'm not gonna hit this guy now, am I? Kapow! 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 I hit him. Oh, for God's sake! There we go. That took far too long. So probably the big thing we want to look at now are the Daleks. Actually, no, there's a few other things. There's also Autons, which don't spawn in the overworld naturally like they used to. They actually spawn in special kind of dungeons you find underground. Same with the Cybermen. I don't know if the Cybermen do spawn in the open. They might do. That one looks like... Why does that one look like the First Doctor? And they're just as kind of vicious as well. And they drop plastic, because of course they do. This one looks like Notch. Oh my god, it's Notch the Auton. And they're very weak, you know, because they're plastic. Plastic, they're very flimsy material. That's the other new one they added, wasn't the Ood. They're added new for this version. I think they just spawn naturally. And they're really cool. They're really nice. You could apparently, can you give them beetroot soup? Was that just a thing for the video? I gave it to him, and now I got hot dog. He just is it just beetroot soup he does that with? Why is it beetroot soup? He just takes it and you get. Oh my god! Why? I think so. They're a bit like Pigmen. They will kind of swarm you. Daleks. There's quite a few Daleks as you can see. The one I think they all spawn naturally. Well, some spawn in the end stuff as well. But we'll look at the ones that are just based on the ones from the show. So the main ones you get are the Scaro Daleks, or the Invasion. These are like the most common ones I find in the overworld. Specifically these ones. So they're all based off of. So yeah, they have the. I really need to get rid of these iron golems, but they have the Peter Cushing movie like CO2 guns. So they fire that smoke and does a little bit of damage, but it also gives you slowness. And they all drop 1 mutant. And I think, and you can cook the mutant. You can cook it into a fried Dalek mutant, and you get a Dalekanium ingot as well. And you get advanced Scaro Daleks and advanced Invasion Daleks, which are based off the ones from the Cushing movies. The other ones that I know spawn naturally are the Time War Daleks, and you get lots of different variants, as you can tell. I think they all have. Do they have different weapons? I know they all have. I know they have like proper ray guns, like proper Dalek guns. See, that one's got like a proper laser gun, and they all fly as well. They fly now. They fly now. Come on, can we have a shot of the camera? Look to the camera, please. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Okay. Oh no, look back at the camera. You also get Nether Daleks and Molten Daleks, and they do fun things in the Nether. I think one has like I think one of them has a flamethrower. There's also the Special Weapons Dalek, which you can guess what that does. And he does that. Like you'd imagine. I think he has a charge up noise. I think because I don't think they used to. Because I remember I got jumped by one of these once. He just looked at me and I died. So I think they've added that, so you actually are alerted of when you're about to be killed by one. Another thing they added a bit more recent, and I think it might be in the last update, were these guys, the Renegade and Imperial Daleks. They look like what they do in the 80s. And like Renegade and Imperial Daleks, they fight each other. Let's get a block, and we're going to have a bit of a good old-fashioned... This is really retro Minecraft. We're going to have a popular MMO-style deathmatch. 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. Fight! I don't think they have any different looks. They just look like what they do, I assume, in Remembrance of the Dalek. Oh, that didn't work. I thought they'd be... Oh, okay. They were in... The Iron Golems were in on it. We've learnt the Imperials are dirty cheaters, and now they're getting their dues. Right. Now for the other big thing that we're going to look at is the TARDISes. But first we're going to look at some of the extra TARDIS equipment you can get. So you get a TARDIS key. So what you need to do is you need to make actually one of these, a coral plant. You need the base, which is essentially these are all the bits you'll need in the TARDIS. And then when you build the TARDIS, these things will spawn inside the console room, and you can use them however you want. So you need all these things, and they're very expensive. You also, the most expensive is the TARDIS core, which needs Dragon's Breath, an Artron Cube, which is just 9 Artron energy bottles. You can use any level of Artron energy. You can have just 9 1% Artron energy bottles, and that will make an Artron Cube. You don't need full bottles, and you also need a Nether Star. So you need a lot. You need to kill the Wither a lot in this mod. You need it for the TARDIS, and of course you need it for One thing we did do. Now I have checked is they have patched this in the. I think the first version of this mod for 1.16 had a very interesting bug with the TARDIS, and if you got items in a minecart chest and pushed the minecart chest out of the TARDIS, on the other side, it would duplicate the item. It also worked with mobs. You could duplicate mobs with it. We started duplicating horses. It was really fun. It doesn't work. I don't think it was. It didn't work in the last version of this mod, in the last update. update 66. It didn't work in that. So you can also make so you get a task. So you put that down. It will grow after a certain amount of time. Don't have any in-game days. You can put the tick speed up to get it go faster. And at the end, you will get a plant. It will turn into a task. But of course, with creative mode, you can just plonk it down, and you get a key, which you can also craft if you lose it. Again, you don't need a full bottle. But you can also craft different keys, like this one. So you can have a more 4th Doctor's one, or a 7th Doctor's key, or a lock. But I believe they all use the same amount of stainless steel, so there's no, like, you don't get, like, more out of it if you pick a certain one. They all use the same amount of resources. It's just a different order. You also have a sonic, and as you can see, the more you use it, the more things you can do. So once you get 15 XP, you can blow things out. And you can customize it. It doesn't always look like this. I'll show you it. How you can modify it. And this is the Saturnheim remote, which is the remote control for your tire. So in the old version, you could just use the key. In this version, you have to use the remote, like so. So you click it. It has it used to be able to spam it, but now they've added a cooldown for it. And it's lovely. A lot of things are animated now. You get this little circling thing. And now the tires will materialize here. Look at that. Oh, so cool. And here's what theirs look like. I kind of like it. When I first saw how these looked, I thought the windows look a bit funny, but it's kind of grown on me, to be honest. They really have grown on me. I do prefer how the 1.12 ones look by the end, where they're a bit less, because I didn't like the really HD ones. I liked it when they looked very Minecrafty, and these look a bit kind of too Minecrafty, if that makes any sense. They don't. It's just a bit. I mean, you know what it is, but I don't know. Also, I do like the sounds the doors make when you open them. I didn't really like the kind of obvious, obvious, classic, good, the very well-known TARDIS door. I like the more just creaky door, and if you shift right-click, you can open both doors like that. And there's no bigger on the inside in this version yet. So here is, close the classic doors. They don't open remotely in this. So here are all the controls. So these are the controls you get on your tires. You have your DMAT lever and your fast return switch. So that doesn't take the tires off, but that does reset your coordinates to the last place you were. This is the chameleon panel. So you can get a load of different chameleon styles. You get different styles of blocks. So if you want to hide your TARDIS in like a wall of your house, you get a phone booth. So if you want to look like a telephone box or Bill and Ted, you get some pagodas. This is a default police box back from the original Dalek Mod back in 2013. You have the Sidrat, which is the TARDIS used in the TARDIS used in the war games. You have the police boxes, which have, so how many are there? So there's 14. So you get the 1st Doctor's one, 2nd Doctor's one, and it's like the Fury from the Fury of the Deep one. No, Abominable Snowman, sorry, so it's got the opposite door panel. You got Pertwee's, 4th Doctor's Sharda box with the red windows and a little police lamp. 5th to 7th Doctor's one, all light blue. You got the Happiness Patrol one in pink. You got McGann's movie box, John Hurt's police box. You got the Exton's Tenant, the Copper Smith, the Clara Capaldi one, so it's got all the writing on the front. Regular Capaldi, Whitaker's, and you've also got the I'm guessing it's meant to be the... I'm bringing up the first one, but I'm guessing it's meant to be the one from Eve of the Daleks, where it's redecorating. It's got this like kind of red muck on it. This is the coordinate panel, so you fiddle with these to change where you are in the coordinates. You can change how big the increment is, from like 1 to like 10,000. You can change how your TARDIS is rotated, and you can also... so that means, if you have that on, the toggle height calculator, that just means the TARDIS will automatically go to land on a block. If you turn off, the TARDIS could land like floating in space, if that makes sense. If you put it to 100 and have that off, you'll like land like in the air. This is your dimension selector. So you have a few classic versions of Minecraft. You also have the Nether. There are ones that add, like, of course, if you have the thing to enable Skaro will come up here. There's also another one that adds the end as well, so you can use TARDIS to travel to the end if you don't want to look for a stronghold. And this is a data module loader waypoint panel. Yeah, so you can make these data modules, which you get with a data writer, which I've put one in here. Data writer, here it is. So you put in a data module, and you give it a name. So say home, and you have one called home, and you put it in there. Hit the button, and it will take us to this location where the TARDIS lands right now, which is home. Shift click brings it out. Plastic ones, I think it used to be iron, and you also get gold ones. The gold ones means you can rewrite them. So this one is now home forever. So say you moved house, you could use a gold one. If you moved house, you could use the gold one to reset the coordinates to your new house. Over here is the light alternator, so you can turn the light level of your TARDIS. So at the moment it's on full light. If I press this button, I can swap it. That's a bit dimmer, or you can have it down to 0. There we go. Now we can see again. This is the Sonic interface. So you put your Sonic in there, and you can choose to all these different looks. You can have the second Doctor Sonics. You can get, this is the one that the first Doctor uses in Lego Dimensions. I don't think it actually is a canon Sonic, but I do quite like how it looks. You've got 3, 4, 5, 6 is Sonic Lance, 8, 7 and 8 Sonic Screwdriver, 8 McGann's Dark Eyes Sonic, War Doctor Sonic, 9, 10 Sonic, River Sonic. Oh, they had a different noise. I think they got different noises. You used to be able to shift click and it would extend, but I think that might be the older version. Paldies, you've got Jodies, you've got the 3 of the modified. So there used to be a toy where you could make your own Sonic, and you could make these two, and this is the Transtemporal one, which I actually have a toy of. I actually do have this, the Transtemporal one, and it does sound like that. It does sound really weird. It also has something called a wood setting, which is weird. You get the Sonic pen from Partisan Crime, a custom one, a candy cane Sonic Screwdriver, Sonic lipstick from Sarah Jane Adventures, and just a screwdriver. It sounds like I'm using a hammer and chisel. So this is the newest edition. This is the new thing, which I love to bits. This is the flight panel. So it uses up fuel in the top left there. It also gives you coordinates. You can fly around. If you press F1, you can get rid of the... as you can see, you can now fly around. It's not as animated as the old one was. The old one, you kind of like, the TARDIS would like lean forward depending on where you were flying. I think it also had health if you crashed into things, but I don't think this has that. Does it still do the... Yeah, it does the old, like, you can mash it and land. So you can land. And then if I press shift, it does bug you into third person. And there you go, you're where you landed. You've also got the scanner. So this tells you your current location. You right click it, gives you your flight information. And you can also you can give your TARDIS information so you know who owns the TARDIS, is the door unlocked, and what the disguise is. There is also an add-on someone's made where you can get a remote door locking switch. You put it on your console. One thing I have forgotten. Yeah, you get different time rotors now. So you can get these ones that's made of steel, or you can make ones that are based. So these ones are based off of the Doctor's actual rotors. So you got the kind of hold on. If you get the light grey one, that's like your Hartnell Troughton old-fashioned rotor. You've then got this is like the Pertwee green one. Then the red one is like the Tom Baker one, and then for the whites is the kind of 80s one. And the blue one is a bit kind of like the McGann one. There's those kind of pointy reds. And you can click it like that. And you can have 2. They do that. That's quite cool. So yeah, that's all that. I'll take the Sonic. Actually, there's one more thing. I can quickly show you how the Sonic works. Because I think I showed you. Did I show you this one? Oh, no, I haven't actually shown you. This is the it's the fault locator. So that's where you put your fuel in. And here are the fluid links. So you can build these and they do certain things. No, I want to show you the crafting recipes for them. So you got this one, which is for your flight regulators. You need steel, emerald. I think, yeah, the old needs light on. That needs mercury for fuel. So essentially what that means is... I don't really know how the flight regulator works. Actually, I believe that means the closer you get to where you put your coordinates in, that will get you as near to the point. And the fuel means you're more fuel efficient. Maybe that's what the flight one is. I'm not too sure. But yeah, the fuel one's obviously quite self-explanatory, but there's a wiki. But yeah, you can build these, and it essentially makes your TARDIS more efficient. And you also get this whole... You get quite a lot of space for rooms. And why is this all red? I think I have installed some mods off camera, so that might be making it's all red outside. So this is a Dalekanium... Oh, I've walked back into the TARDIS. Shut the door. So this is a Dalekanium door. You can get a few other doors. You can also get deadlock doors, steel doors. I think the deadlock door also works like the Dalekanium door. No, the deadlock door is... So the steel door can open... It's like an iron door. It can be... activated with a redstone signal. There's a lever. I just need a lever. I'll quickly show you over here. So deadlock door. So yeah, steel door like that, and you can also use the light. So you hold it until that lights up and that opens. With a deadlock door, you can't use the light, but it needs a redstone signal. The Dalekanium door is opposite. It doesn't work for a redstone signal. You can only open it with a sonic. So you just hold the button, and voila! Ooh. What's this? Oh. It's... Ugh. Well... Here we go again.
He's a funny guy, this man.